What color will make your teeth get brighter?
I can tell you. No, literally, it's literally my job. I literally do this every day, and I can tell you exactly what colors will make your teeth look bright white and which ones will make your teeth look like dookie stains. Okay, the first thing we want to do is do some figuring out of, okay, what things make your teeth look bad? What should we avoid? Well, obviously, the first easy ones are I would not do anything green, yellow, or brown. Okay, green because it looks like you got food stuck between your teeth. Brown because, well, you know why. And then yellow because, well, it just makes your teeth look even yellower and nasty.
So what gives, Bentist? What is the right colors? What should I choose?
So for me, I would go for the blues, I would go for the purples, anything that kind of just deep, bright, you know, main color. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that you just got that pop to it. Like this is the blue I'm talking about. You see how white this blue makes this white look blue? That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of blue I'm talking about. And yeah, oh, now you know. Good luck.
Oh, I broke my teeth.
Faith, what the heck? You just got those and you've already broke them. What's going on? For those that don't know, Faith is someone who lost all of her teeth and was in dentures for a really long time. And then finally, she was able to get some implant supported dentures. And implant supported dentures is basically where we have like multiple implants, 1, 2, 3, inside your upper jaw and your lower jaw. And then your dentures basically snap on and screw in to those implants. So Bentist, I don't care about implant supported dentures. I want to know why her teeth are doing the 360 inside of her mouth. Well, welcome to the world of temporary restorations. Because you see, what she had in her mouth is actually what we call a temporary. It wasn't the real deal. It was actually something that was going to be in place until the real ones got made for the lab, and then they put those things in. And unfortunately, these implant supported dentures are only supported by a couple different area points there, so there can be some weak points, especially if you're just making a set of temporaries.
Your breath stink because your tongue is white.
That's kind of true, but it's not the full equation of why you got that stank breath. But it is super important. In fact, when we built our award-winning floss picks, we actually built in a tongue scraper to the top because it is super important, and we wanted to have the ability to do it on the go. You just literally take it and you scrape off all that gunk. And the reason this is because your tongue is kind of like a shag carpet. It just kind of like sits there. It's got these little filaments and these little fibers, and food and gunk can get stuck up inside those things, and it can harbor all that bacteria and nastiness. But that is only one piece of the stanky breath puzzle. Number 2 is plaque. Okay, just plaque, gingivitis, gunk on your teeth is going to ferment and kind of rot in your mouth pretty much. And what that's going to do is that's going to start harboring and getting in your gum tissue and everything. And when you breathe on somebody, that breath gonna stink. And obviously the final piece of the stinky breath puzzle, you got the tongue, you got the teeth, and the final is the hidden tonsil stones. Want to learn more cool, amazing stuff about your mouth? Click right here for another video. And also make sure to like and subscribe. You should wear your retainers every day, and not just because it can get a little bit painful like this. Well, let me just explain it to you. Don't just wear it to keep your teeth straight. I mean, I would love you to keep wearing it to retain, that's why they're called retainers, where your teeth were. But that being said, they also protect your teeth. That clear, overlapping retainers, they protect you from grinding down, chipping, wearing. I didn't have those as a kid. I had the crazy old school Holly retainers, and those didn't protect the edges of my teeth. In fact, I wore my teeth down so much that I actually ground my teeth on the metal parts of the retainer, and it got even worse. So be happy that you've got a retainer, not only to keep those teeth exactly straight and looking awesome, but to protect them too, okay? As long as you can snap those bad boys in, yes, it's gonna hurt. Yes, there's going to be some soreness because your teeth are gonna be moving, but that's kind of a mini Invisalign case to get you back to normal again. So suck it up, wear them for full time for a couple months, and then go back to wearing them nighttime only.
I get crazy, I get crazy, I get crazy.
Okay, hold up. That's crazy. What is that torture device in her mouth? But for real though, you guys asking me 45 times a day for some reason about this video, saying, Bentist, what the heck is this thing, this saw-looking contraption inside this girl's mouth? Well, I'm about to tell you. This thing is what we like to call a tongue tamer. Yes, right? You know, we're trying to like tame a lion. We're taming your tongue because your tongue can cause some problems if you didn't know. But what if I told you that the way you swallow and push your tongue around is a light continuous force over time in the wrong direction? Because this girl has what we call a tongue thrust. When she swallows, I can't even do it, she pushes her tongue up against the front of her teeth, and that causes those teeth to go and end up in what we call an open bite. And so the tongue tamer comes in and creates all these little pokey things in the way, so literally if you tried to stick your tongue up in the wrong areas, well, it hurts.
How does your tongue rest on the roof of your mouth?
I can tell you. No, I literally can't because I'm a dentist. It makes you think, what other muscles do you use that are up high, that are not being active, that are passive? You know, if you held your arm up, you can't hold it there forever. That thing's gonna get tired. So how does your tongue do it all day long and all night long without getting super tired? That's the question, now let's answer it. And it's actually pretty interesting because for some people, you're gonna notice your tongue's not at the roof of your mouth. In fact, your tongue's somewhere else pressed, and that could be causing some of the other issues you've got going on in your mouth, because it's normal to have it to the roof of your mouth. And the way that it can stay there is actually just via light suction. So when you swallow with your tongue to the roof of your mouth, it should create a very light suction that holds it up against the roof of your mouth. And that's actually a healthy position to keep your tongue. And people with speech impediments or problems or open bites or things like that are normally caused because that tongue is placed in a different area.
If you have swollen, overgrown gums, you might have a condition called
nasty mouth syndrome. Because that's exactly what it is. Because you see, your teeth are like a garden, right? They're like weeds. They like to grow around things, but instead of sunlight and food, you know, whatever, however plants eat, be in the way that they do, it's the food and gunk that you leave on your teeth that they feed and they eat on. So if you have this overgrowth of gums, normally that means to me that you are not cleaning, brushing, and or flossing, and you're leaving all this gunk called plaque on your teeth, so all these little bacteria can start eating away, and then those gum tissue just kind of continues to inflame and kind of grow up over everything. So what can I do to avoid this, Bentist? Well, it's pretty easy. One, you got to start brushing your teeth, okay? Get the surface crap off of your teeth. And the second thing you can do is floss. Floss really good. Get up in there, get all the gum tissue, get everything else. Maybe a water flosser would be great for this too, because you need to just get in there and just get all the nastiness out, okay? Tell you what, I hope I never find you, because that is scary. But the reason I'm calling this meeting today is to figure out what the heck is going on with our younger generation and your obsession with pointy teeth. That's right, you guys have an obsession with pointy teeth, and I don't know what caused it, because over the last 10 years, all I've heard from kids and now adults too is I want my canines pointy. I want to keep them pointy, and if you can, make them pointy. And it's not just kids anymore. I mean, it was kids, and then it led up to teenagers, and then college kids, and now I got adults telling me when I take my braces off, I want my canines as pointy as can be. I want to look like I'm Edward Cullen on the scene of Twilight right now, okay? I'm ready to go ahead and be my vampire self at night. That's the way I'm feeling. So really what I want to know is why. Just let me know why down below. Why do you guys obsess about having pointy teeth? Because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, you would look so much better with rounded canines than pointy ones. So much better.
I found out that a lot of people that have breast cancer and a few different types of cancers, a very common denominator between all of them is rooted based off of a root canal.
Yep, just learned about that the other day.
Wait,
What? Is this true, Bentist? Can a root canal give me breast cancer or cancers in general? Well, maybe, but it's probably not exactly what we think here. So the first thing we need to know is correlation does not mean causation, meaning that if you just got cancer, you just happen to have a root canal, it does not necessarily mean that they're intertwined. Although there is probably research on both sides saying that root canals can cause some problems with that. I think the real big thing to think about here is actually how disease and oral bacteria can infect the rest of your body. If you have basically gum disease or periodontal disease, that it can get into your bloodstream, your blood supply, and that bacteria can travel and cause problems all over your body. And I wouldn't doubt it if it could probably cause some cancer too.
People always ask me how my teeth are so white, and as you can tell in this picture, they actually used to be significantly more yellow. I mean, look at them.
It's hydrogen peroxide. That's what it is. It's hydrogen peroxide. And in fact, I was actually happy because that's what this guy said. Because, you know, 99 out of 100 times I have these random people lying about 101 scam products on the shops, or coconut oil, or magic purple, magic paste. No, it's hydrogen peroxide. It's literally just hydrogen peroxide. And you can get this in a multitude of ways. I mean, some people swish it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend swishing it because it can damage the gum tissue and make them super white. And you can also, if you do it too much, you can get this thing called brown hairy tongue. That's not a good look, but still the method remains true. It's hydrogen peroxide. And if you don't know what to believe because of all these crazy scam companies, well, just get your stuff from something nice, my company, because I promise you, that's one thing we're not gonna do. We're not gonna scam you. I promise you on that. Either way, I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, hydrogen peroxide whitens your teeth. It's not that hard. Ooh, okay. All right, now first I'm gonna stop it here because a lot of you guys have been asking me, Bentist, how do I get veneers without polishing off my teeth? Well, there is ways to get no prep veneers, and you actually kind of build up on the tooth that you have, making it longer, wider, whatever it is. And this is a great example, which is why I brought this video out. So the first stages is basically we've got to make that mold to your teeth, and then we got to give ourselves a base to work off of. So let's keep going and see exactly kind of what we've got. Okay, so as you can see, he's building the length up of that, and that's the first layer. And if you can actually tell, that layer underneath is actually clear because your enamel is actually clear. The dentin layer is the other thing. So now we're making some anatomy, we're polishing it up, and this is the before and after. Now, that being said, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this result particularly. It is dependent on the artist that makes it. And this, the crazy part about doing the dentistry this way is it's super dependent on your dentist and how good of an artist he is, where the others are kind of made in a lab and they're very controlled.
I actually had my wisdom teeth removed when I was 20. I had no idea. The insurance company had a $5,000 reward for removing my wisdom teeth. And then I learned about how your wisdom teeth are connected to your heart. Well, there's actually no reason to remove the wisdom teeth. They actually just pulled them out so they could get from the and then mess with your meridian line.
Where do we unpack this one? First off, I don't think anybody's ever told me that I have a $5,000 reward to go pull wisdom teeth, or else I'd be pulling wisdom teeth every other day. I'm telling you what. So when we tell you to get your wisdom teeth out, it's not just because we're trying to get some free $5,000, lottery pick from the insurance company. Now, oral surgeons, that is their kind of main job. That's how they make their money. They take wisdom teeth out, but they get referred by dentists and orthodontists and periodontists. I don't make any money from referring people to get their wisdom teeth out. I don't get anything for it. I'm just doing it because I've seen the nastiness that can come from leaving an impacted wisdom tooth in. So if you have those things and your dentist tells you to get them out, get them out.
I just wanna be part of your
I'll tell you, one of the craziest things about being a dentist / orthodontist is how much I realize people's teeth before they even know I realize what's going on with their teeth. Because I can tell a lot about this person without even seeing their face. So let's go over this girl's. The first thing I notice is she's got a gap, but it's not an even gap. So that means that it's probably caused by something, and my brain would eventually go to, does she have a frenum issue? And it looks like she does have a frenum. And you can see that thing that's stuck right here is going all the way down here into her gum tissue, attaching, causing her gap. The next thing I notice is she's got a little snaggle tooth right here, and that's actually because she has an anterior crossbite. And the last thing that I see looking at this is all the white spots on her teeth. And when I see that, I know almost immediately that this person had one of two things. More likely, it's the other. And that is actually a high fluoride content in your water, often found in country towns that have well water and a ton of fluoride in them. Ashley, look at... Nah, I'm good. It actually kind of scares me a little bit. And who the heck is Lady Glitter Sparkles? And why do you guys keep saying that it's her in my DMs? But for real though, you guys ask me so many times what the heck is going on here and how somebody can have all this going on in their mouth. And I'm here to tell you that, well, it can and cannot happen. That's right, more than likely this is fake. That's what I'm guessing. But the crazy part is this actually can happen. It's called hyperdontia. And if you guys didn't know, when we have teeth forming in our mouth, they start as these little cute little buds. They're called little tooth buds. They're little circles that are up in your gum tissue just waiting to sprout into a full tooth. And some people have more of the gardening of those tooth buds in their gums than others, okay? You just simply have more tooth buds in your mouth than you're supposed to have. And I still have no idea who Lady Glitter Sparkles is. Oh, also, these are more than likely just fake Bubba teeth that she's putting on for views, so